was mine. I want more money, more power. Goddamn nigga, it's about that time. I'm back on my bullshit. I'm back on my bullshit. I said I'm back on my bullshit. I'm back on my bullshit.
Well, ready or not, here we come. Hey everybody, this is Miss Reid.
And this is Dev.
And you have slipped and fallen your ass into the goddamn comment section.
Slip and fall. Slip and fall.
Slippity slip. All right, let's just jump right in. Trending. The VMAys.
Did you watch?
No, of course not.
I know. We're not
I'm
17 anymore.
I'm grown. I
tried even like a little bit, and I was like, I'm going to just catch performances later.
I mean, at this point, with YouTube being what it is,
right.
You can just wait a couple hours, and anything of note will be there.
Right.
So, Nikki got at Tiffany for Fifth Harmony. Tiffany got at Fifth Harmony. Cardi got at Nikki. It's a lot of E's having problems.
Look,
at
I
the
feel
VMAs.
like Nikki's on one. She's on one. She's just either mad at the world
it's for
or
the album, but it's like annoying and it's not cool because at the end of the day, the album is good.
Right, that's what I'm saying. She doesn't need to do any of that. I think she genuinely is just going through some shit and just wants to let it all out.
Well, whatever it is, she needs to pause.
I don't think Tiffany Haddish.
Stop.
I don't think Tiffany Haddish came for Fifth Harmony. I think she made a very normal, appropriate joke.
No.
Yes.
She came. She came for them in a joking matter.
Host, especially.
Matter. I said matting.
It's a new thing of roasting the audience.
Like it is, but roasting is coming for somebody. Like that's just an issue of semantics.
For me, the way Nikki is coming at everyone is not in a roast-like manner.
Oh no, that's just album bullshit. But I'm just saying, like Tiffany was throwing shade with the
high. I loved it. Look, they're at home. Just a year ago, they were there. She has to point that out.
No, they don't. Like,
yes,
these people did not wrong Camilla. And didn't Camilla say some borderline racist shit?
Well, she did not like the joke, clearly. But I'm just kind of like, that is the most PC joke you can make in comedy.
The words of Issa Rae, I'm supporting everybody black tonight. So.
I don't
know what you're talking about.
With you. All I know is I just hope that we still have comedy in 5 years because the way we're heading, like you can't say anything about anything.
There are people who can say controversial shit and get away with it.
Tiffany, it's one of them.
It's fine. Oh, I don't have no problem.
Okay.
Come for Fifth Harmony, Camilla, whoever the fuck Tiffany, I'll be right there laughing my ass off.
Most of the comments I saw about Tiffany's jokes was like, that was a joke. Like, it just did not seem ill-spirited.
The only people who care were Fifth Harmony stands. Like, that was it. That was it. Not even, like, individual member stands,
right?
But Fifth Harmony stands were the only people who had a problem with that.
Yeah.
And then Nicki Minaj, who was friends with old girl.
She's got problems with everyone right now. Why are you beefing with Travis Scott about whose album is
what are you doing? Like, you also need to be able to take your L's.
Right, because she's second to Astroworld, right?
She is, but it's just like, you're number 2 in the world, bitch. Like, you mad about that?
Astroworld made number 1. Like, why are you gunning? You're gunning.
Like, she's being annoying at this point.
Wait. She started a whole radio station? Queen Radio? What's Queen Radio?
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
don't start me to lie.
I'm not going to make you lie,
I just figured it was like, those
it just launched. It's called Queen Radio.
I just figured those like pseudo record labels. It'd be like Universal and then whatever, and then at the end of the day it's like G Unit. Like I just figured it was just another one of those pseudo
I'm gonna look into it. I
labels.
think she has like a radio station now where she just talks a whole bunch of shit.
I'm sure it's little more than the podcast, child. Don't start me to lying.
Well, maybe,
but either way, like nothing happened that was like noteworthy. Like Nicki was just promoting her album, which I felt like was unnecessary. Like let the music talk. The album is good. I feel like it has the same problem Drake's album has, in that 1 is too long, and 2, the best songs are the features. But other than that, it's a good album. I don't chill, sis. Like,
I'm actually really glad Cardi won. I love her speeches.
I love Cardi. Her love wins thing. I'm here because of love of my family and my friends and whomever else. Like, I love it. Like, she's not worried about anybody. Like, I'm here because I just love she
still can't really talk correctly.
And she looked good. She had the short hair and that dress.
She's still herself. She's not trying to speak differently.
She got that waist snatched post baby already.
Yeah.
And
people need to get off her back. She's not going to show her 5-day-old baby on national TV.
Her alone. Why do you need to see this child? Like, are you a weirdo? You worried about what the baby look like? Congratulate her and move on.
A child's not even supposed to leave the house for the first 3 months or something.
You know what?
Like,
I'm always surprised by people who just have no life,
right?
And live vicariously through these celebrities. Yeah. Like I find it upsetting. It bothers me. Leave Cardi alone. She got her new man and her new baby, and she's living her best life. Yeah. Fucking put the song on, bitch. Put the album on, and shut the fuck up. Right. Are you worried about the baby?
I don't get it.
Anywho, trending number 2, and we had an exhaustive conversation about this.
30 minutes?
to recording. I've calmed down now. I've got it all out, and now we can broadcast because I get passionate.
As do I. And we actually... agree
on
a lot. We
agree.
Disagree.
It's not even. Here's the thing.
We bring the best out of
when
each other.
When the argument is about stupid people versus educated people, I don't even see it as an argument. You see what I'm saying? Yes. Arguments happen between learned people. It's a real discussion and debate.
There we go.
I have a side that comes from some type of academic argument. Right. That's a debate. Yes. But it's just how I feel, and I don't know nothing about nothing. Ain't no argument. Right. It's just stupid people saying things loudly.
Yeah, we both come from a logical place, so we can kind of get to the meaning of what we both,
And the impetus of this discussion is regard to Amanda Seales' video. Dev, please tell us a little bit more about that.
So, I mean, it's kind of been happening, after public interviews of different Black women. For example, Angela Rye on CNN, and you just got a plethora of Black women that are speaking for the culture on their own platforms, whether it be their podcasts, whatever. So they have been getting systematically attacked through these comments, basically for whatever. So for example, Amanda Seales can't talk about Black people because she's light skinned. Lovey can't talk about Black people because she's not from America. She lived somewhere else for 9 years. I forget which country. I think Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken. Angela Rye can't speak for the culture because she's light skinned and rich. So, all these comments are coming out, and Amanda Seales came with the video and just tried to shut it all down, and people still had comments. So,
I am going to be 100% on Amanda Seales' side in this, because any argument you have, these are the people who are out here advocating for us. So until you get up off your ass and start doing it, shut the fuck up. That's A. B. These are people who do not understand what the African diaspora is. If you don't know what diaspora is, what the word is, you've never heard it, then you have nothing to say in this argument. Again, shut the fuck up. Right. All of these people have acknowledged their privilege in some way, shape, or form. I have privilege because I'm not from this continent. I have privilege because I am light skinned. I have privilege because I come from the socioeconomic background. All of these people have admitted that. That does not negate their right to speak for African Americans in this diaspora and other diasporas. Again, shut the fuck up. Strike 3. So if you're on somebody's comments and somebody's mentions, and all you can do is criticize what they're trying to do for the community, you have not a leg to stand on.
Right. And we came to that same conclusion. For me, the way that I looked at it is, you want as many people advocating for the culture as possible, and especially people with platforms. Now, in our discussion, and I will mention, I did see some poignant comments, and it is not without to say that, different experiences do create, different ways of viewing the world, talking about the world. So if you are, a light-skinned girl from New York, your Black experience is going to be completely different from, say, me being mixed out here in LA in the Valley. Absolutely. And I think that those differences in some form or another should be acknowledged. Sure.
But that does not take away from the overlap. But that doesn't take away from the overlap that you have in your cultures. That's what we kind of came together
on, is that at the end of the day, the things that they're talking about are overlapping experiences. And bottom line is at least the way that I speak for the culture is always in recognition of the privilege that I have because of the color of my skin.
Right.
So, I was hurt by a lot of the comments because a lot of them came from black people, and they just were just like, look, don't speak for us. Don't speak for us. So it's a pretty, contentious argument right now. Who's allowed to speak for the culture then? What the heck?
And you know what? I think the bitch with the fucking degree in African American studies deserves to speak for the culture. Do you have one?
Right.
Then shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
It's people who have the least right to speak about something who feel the most passionate against it. And that's what bothers me. If you feel that you personally are a better voice for African Americans in America right now, then build a platform. Right. Amanda felt that way about herself and her people and her family and her culture and her diaspora. So she made a platform for herself in which she can speak freely, as did Angela Rye, as did Lovey. They are out here. They're on CNN. They're on TV. They're in white spaces talking about black issues. So until you do that, shut the fuck up. Shut all the way the fuck up. I don't want to hear from you. Don't say nothing. And no, your opinion isn't valid. I don't know where this came from, where everybody's opinion is valid. It's not. Because if it's not coming from an educated, learned place, point of view, then it's fucking obsolete. It means nothing. You might as well be talking to me about rainbows and unicorns, bitch. It's not valid.
And remember, they did that to Obama. Remember, he wasn't black enough. His experience was black enough.
And if you look at a black woman advocating for black people and you have a problem with it, you might
actually have a problem with yourself. Ooh.
Talk about it. Preach. All right. Trending number 3 is also Deb's topic.
Her name sounds like the cheese for me. Sargento.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
so Asia Argento, which is an Italian actress, and she was one of the main. Excuse me.
I don't know who she is.
Yeah, she's an Italian actress. I don't know what she's.
She is actual Italian or Italian American?
You're going too hard in the story. She's Italian. I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. I mean,
they describe her in like Wikipedia pages or Google as an Italian actress. So clearly she made her way to Hollywood, and did some things in LA, but I think she was born in Italy and still considers that her home.
Excuse me?
I think living there now. She was, fun fact, former girlfriend of Anthony Bourdain, but, and he's the one that actually convinced her to speak out against Harvey Weinstein, so as the stories say. So this is the girl who kind of started the whole Me Too kind of movement. Not started the movement, I would say, but was one of the accusers of Harvey Weinstein really early on.
Kicked off the investigation.
In 1997, supposedly he raped her. It wasn't sexual misconduct. It wasn't, he just touched my titty. It was, he full on raped her.
Right, understood.
So now it's coming out that she was raped, I think, when she was about 21. It comes out now that in her 30s, she sexually assaulted a 17-year-old.
Ugh.
And it's not allegations. There was a settlement. She paid him. Mm-hmm. There's documents. And gosh, I mean, the comments, of course, are completely blowing up the Me Too movement. Not in reality, but they're saying, fuck the Me Too movement. Like, look at you. Like, look at the people who are accusing this man of rape. That kind of talk.
Right.
And then of course you have the, again, probably more educated based comments that are like, it's very, very, very common for victims to re-victimize. So you have those polar opposite comments going on, and I don't know, I haven't really found my comment in it, but it just sucks. You know what I mean? All these people doing the Me Too movement and all this stuff, behavior, trying to weed out the liars and weed out the whole, people lie thing. And then you have one of the main persons in the case. And then I think that one of the other main persons in the case in the trial, it just came out like there's a bunch of communication between Harvey Weinstein and this person. And it looks like this person was really compliant. I don't know. It always seems like they end up finding the dirt on the accuser.
Right.
And then it completely delegitimizes everything.
Well, I mean, as any type of defense lawyer, that's really your job.
Right.
So there's that.
So it's just kind of, I mean,
it muddies the waters, but we also know that there is a documented and scientific record of people who are victims of this type of violence, perpetuating that violence on others. So.
And it was kind of creepy because he was like her TV son.
Yeah.
So they had like a mom in public.
creepy.
They had a mother-son relationship, and that's what kind of makes it even like more gross.
I'm not comfortable with that.
But I think definitely there is something to trauma and re-victimization.
Absolutely.
So
and
I
like
probably
I said,
err on the
I
side of
believe
those
that,
comments more.
that they take those considerations under consideration during sentencing.
Yeah.
So.
But I don't know what this is going to really do. You know,
I mean,
this is early on. She
at
just
the
admitted to it.
end of the day, send Harvey's ass to jail. Send that bitch ass to jail. Done.
Well, I don't even... A, I think it's out of the statute of limitations. And B, I don't know what that settlement... if it can even go to court. So I think it just defames the Harvey Weinstein thing. So what the worst case scenario is, it gets him off.
I mean, he has so many
gross.
counts against him at this time that I feel like
he's so gross.
It's gonna be fine. So
anyway, moving on to more
trending
stuff.
Number 4. It's just sad shit.
This is a sad show, but you know what's going on.
Day,
I'm not gonna hide from it.
Reflections of America. This is America.
Oh, go.
I guess it's the episode. Yeah, you know what? Naming these episodes is hands down the hardest part of my job, and I just did it.
I love it. So we both kept seeing. I think everyone saw stories.
Love.
California is paying inmates either $1 to $2 a day to fight these wildfires. Now, I had been seeing the stories over and over and over and over.
Right.
People have all sorts of comments on the story.
Yep.
What's more interesting to me and why it's not being publicized is that has triggered, I think, what's about to be a huge prison strike for issues like fair pay, slave labor, you know, eating, a bunch of other stuff as well. And they say it kind of is it's going to be set on the anniversary date of the Atticus prison strike. They're doing some of them are doing no food. I mean, it's like they're going for this, and I think it's coming up quite soon. I'm surprised that there's not been press on it. I'm surprised it hasn't been side. I'm
not surprised.
Side to side with these.
This is an important story that centers civil rights. Of course, the media don't give a shit about it.
And, you know, again, the comments went berserk. Of course, people go straight to like, fuck them, they're criminals.
It's not divided amongst color lines.
No.
In regard to these comments. And here's the thing. I'm going to play devil's advocate.
I love devil's advocate conversation.
We all know that our argument is going to be that African Americans are imprisoned highly disproportionate to other races, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
However, remove that. It's a perfect world. We have a perfect justice system. Only people who have committed actual crimes are in jail, whatever race they are.
Okay.
Blind justice.
Okay.
Would I care about this? No. That's the thing.
I think yes. Because my first thought is, I mean, is it like shoplifting crime people have to do this? Is it only people who are killing people?
Right.
People
I mean,
only
do
raping
shoplifters
people?
go to jail?
It could be a third strike. It could be a third strike, and then you go to jail for something like that. 3 strikes.
But this is
stuff.
a criminal then.
This is a criminal.
I mean, 3 strikes, no matter how little it is, like you've gotten chances. I completely agree. Your ass is in jail now.
And you know what allows them to do this is still, of course, our old, lovely, beautiful Constitution that allows, slave labor or whatever.
Right.
When you go
but
to
here's
jail.
the thing, like,
I don't believe
like
in
I said,
that.
In my perfect world,
I would still care.
Where only criminals are in jail,
I would still care.
These are people who we taxpayers are feeding, housing, clothing, and they're not doing anything. They're just taken out of society, but they're not doing anything.
But this is my thing. Why I would care is because what it's supposed to be, except in my head for the worst of the worst of the worst, is a place where someone's going to go.
Right.
And the reason they're there is they're paying the cost of their crime.
Right.
And when they come out, they're supposed to be able to re-enter society. Pay them. So at the end, when they come out, if they're going to work while they're there,
right?
Maybe they can't use their money while they're there.
But I'm just saying,
they'll be able to
how
leave.
Things are now. But it's perfect. They're all criminals. They're still getting their $2, but they got to work.
Well, and the problem with something like this is, do you think they're given proper equipment to not breathe in that smoke? Do you think that they're not given the same type of stuff that the firefighters have?
They look like firefighters to me in the picture, so I don't know. So they're not getting the same equipment?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well this, I'm talking about my own hypothetical.
Firefighters, do you know how much training they have to go through?
Right.
It is one of the longest training programs ever for safety.
But they're trained to like go in things and carry things out, like they're throwing water at trees.
I'm saying you still need training on what
like you do need training, but
if you're getting smoke and
but
ventilation
not
and
like somebody who's expected to go in places and carry people out.
But you don't think that sometimes they're making them do that secretly and we don't know? I don't know. I mean, my thing is this.
True.
There should be no type of slave labor.
No, but here's the thing. I'm only seeing David Devil's advocate because if you're reading the story and you're somebody who thinks that the Justice Department is infallible, then you're not going to have a problem with this. If you know how fucked up and rigged that the Justice Department is, and of course you're going to be like, this is ridiculous. Right. So that's all what I'm trying to say is on each side of this argument. If you think like the justice system is doing what it does and it's just a system that puts away bad people, then
you may think this is okay.
Then you even see it as a benevolence to even give them anything at all. It's just like, you are a ward of the state. I don't have to pay you shit.
Does not dehumanize you.
Agreed.
And most of us are not in jail because we just didn't get caught doing the same shit, whether it be smoking a blunt or whatever, selling a little weed in college.
But usually...
So
people in
I could
jail,
be a criminal just like that.
People in jail are known for rapists, murders. That is the dehumanizing of someone else.
Right.
So in turn, I do not feel bad about your dehumanization.
It sucks because it's like, where do you draw that line? Like if it was only for sure murderers, like not ones who accidentally got convicted of a murder and you didn't do it, but for sure you murdered someone or for sure you raped someone. Unfortunately, I would say, okay, fine, I would care less if you were the ones out there.
Right.
But because I have to look at things from a whole, I just because you're a criminal does not mean that you shouldn't be fed and that you should have to go fight fires for $1 a day.
As CJ Reid, I absolutely believe that it's modern day slavery and fucking straight to hell. But the comments are very mixed, and I can see both sides. You know what it is? Because a lot of times when I read the comments, I can't see the other side at all. I'm trying to. That's why I'm there. That's why I'm even reading it, because I want to know what it is.
Right.
But no matter what they say, I'm just like, yeah, sorry, I can't meet you in the middle on this.
Right.
But on this one, I'm just like, I get it.
Right.
I get it.
Right. And look, that's a lot of them are like, look, they have their chance, and when they get out, they don't have to fight fires for $2, you know, if they stay out of jail.
Yeah. Stop raping people and you won't have to risk your life fighting fires. Trending number 5. Peace out, Silent Sam, and fuck you on top of that.
This was kind of a good one. Students at my mom's alma mater.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, she grew up in North Carolina and went to UNC. Students at University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill tore down Silent Sam, a Confederate soldier, and it makes me so happy.
It makes me so happy. I'm going to post a video on social, probably Facebook, that it's going to be a link to YouTube in regard to where a lot of these Confederate statues come from.
Okay.
And they really are participation trophies to the losers.
Yes, I know.
And they were erected specifically to intimidate African Americans in America. Like, that is 100% of the intent of these statues. So, from an educated black point of view, fuck that goddamn statue. From a civil society perspective, it was the wrong way to go about the right thing.
You know, I'm a rebel at heart. I always say we need what does Representative John Lewis always say? Be the right kind of get into the right kind of mischief. I keep talking because I'm gonna look at this quote. But it's basically be a good lawbreaker.
Right.
And I sometimes just feel like
it coming down was a good thing, and I support it 100%. The manner in which it happened,
they weren't going to do it any other way. Well, but look, this is some of the comments. That's what they're saying. It's like, if they would have tried to do it the right way, they would have been graduated. Right. The kids that wanted it done.
Okay, but progress doesn't happen in a day. Like, if Rome wasn't built in a day.
Right.
Like, you trying to have instant gratification for a civil rights movement. I feel like that is the core problem with modern day civil rights, you're trying to do something that takes a long time with people who are used to instant gratification. And that's where things can go awry.
Right. Well, and I look at the kids and a lot of the pictures of the rioters, and I mean, maybe I'm looking at a certain type of picture, but it's not primarily even black people. And I guess that's what makes me really happy too. Is like you would risk getting expelled, and you know what I mean. And I just feel like it's about time they put their necks on the line. Other people put their necks on the line for us in this kind of way. So I hate to say it, it makes me happy. But
yeah, I mean, fuck that statue. It can go straight to hell. I know what it represents. I know where it came from, and I know its intent and purpose. So I don't care. And I'm a bit of an anarchist anyway, and that, like, I read these stories about black people who have white people do things to their children, and I'm always shocked by there not being a follow-up story about a parent being arrested.
Interesting.
Like, a story that features teacher does something to CJ Reid's child is going to be immediately followed by CJ Reid imprisoned for doing things to teacher that did this to CJ's child. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like this is why I probably don't and shouldn't have children. So that's what baffles me more than this. At the end of the day, I'm very much a person like, that statue is bullshit. Fucking pull the bitch down. I don't care. Like, I'm not Miss Civil Liberty. Like, pull it down. I don't give a shit. So in that regard, I'm like, no. But then in another regard, I'm just like, there is a right way to go about things.
I found the quote.
All right,
John Lewis: "Get in trouble, good trouble, necessary trouble."
Right, there is a good trouble. Just like there's good debt. Like, remember in college when you were like about to sign that loan, it's just like it's a good debt.
They lied to us there, but
I mean they do. But when I first graduated and I was trying to get apartments, and they like ran my credit, they saw it was like a bunch of college loans and not like credit card loans. So I still got the apartment. So that was seen as like good debt. So I just.
No, there's definitely a thing. And, like, I mean, that kind of argument goes as far back as kind of like the Malcolm Martin thing, right?
Right.
You know? You really got strong opinions on both sides. Martin's like, hey, let's wait, let's work for it. And then the other side's like, burn it down.
Right.
So this is where we talk about living right in the gray. You know, it's like...
I mean, most of the arguments in the comment section are going to be from people who don't know history. Like, if you're just going to either ignore or be ignorant to... the Daughters of the Confederacy, who put up the majority of these
funded the
statues that were put up in this region, then it's just like, what are we even talking about? I feel like that is the impetus of all arguments right now in America in regard to anything. It's just like people who know facts against people who just believe shit. And that's why we were talking about faith and belief, and that's what bothers me. I don't give a fuck what you believe. That's not factual. It has nothing to do with reality, so it's not real. I don't care how you feel. A final and trending I just want to send a mention to, and a rest in power to Kofi Annan. He was the former UN secretary, and he did a lot of great things and spearheaded a lot of initiatives in the UN. So
I love his first name, Kofi.
I like that name, Kofi.
Kofi. If you want to look it up, Kofi Annan.
So yeah, I just want to send a shout out. And
he was older, right? Was he young?
No, I thought it was in the 60s. Hold on.
Oh yeah, no. I remember because he was
80. Excuse me.
Okay,
so that's kind of youngish.
It's in that, like, you feel bad, but you not.
You do, but you don't.
Yeah,
I get it. It's just like he's 80.
And this year, in this it's still pretty young. How old was Aretha? Do we know? She was younger.
60s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like
so that I feel like, Okay.
Yeah. So either way, that's brings trending to a close.
Right, and it's a good thing I brought up Aretha, because both of our what the fucks are about Aretha, but just different venues. Don't talk about mine, I will talk about yours.
Oh, right.
Did you notice that?
That works out. I did, but I didn't. All right, so what the fuck?
What the fuck? We got what the fucks about Aretha. Go first.
I'm gonna start.
Yes.
You said go first, but I'm still starting. All right, so I mean, me sending a resounding and unequivocal fuck you to Fox News, I think goes without saying.
Fox News is the worst.
You don't need to know me very well as a person to know that Miss Reid don't fuck with Fox News like that. Mm-mm. But if you don't, fuck Fox News. Newsflash.
Ugh.
So, you know what? Keep in mind, I think Fox News, when Obama won, I think I had a picture on my phone, isn't it Barack Hussein Obama?
Yeah.
It was like
Hussein,
Barack
right?
Hussein Osama,
yes.
or Bin Laden or some fucking bullshit.
He fucked his shit up. I remember.
But it was so stupid. It seemed intentional. Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing. Not the same thing with this. I think this is just stupid. White. I want to say a stupid white internship because when I think about graphics of all working in the entertainment business, like
right. You know,
that's an intern's job,
right?
I really do think it came from an ignorant intern who just doesn't know. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
It doesn't excuse it, but I just think that's where it came from. But either way, they had a graphic for the passing of Aretha Franklin, and it had one picture of Aretha Franklin in the foreground, and in the background, very opaque and blurred out, was another picture, you know, with the years of her life transposed over it. But if you look closely at that picture, it was of Patti LaBelle and not fucking Aretha Franklin. I saw the greatest meme about this, and it was like 12, 16 just heads of these blonde,
I saw that one.
Very homogenous looking white women.
And it was
just like, if Fox can keep track of them, how could they not tell the difference between Patti LaBelle and Aretha Franklin? Brilliant. And I was just like, yo,
I could barely tell the difference between white people. I was like, are they different? And then I looked. I was like, oh no, they're different white ladies.
I thought that was the same woman until you look closer. Then you see that those are different women.
Yeah.
So, what before I can even have a feeling about it, like that meme just described like how I felt. Like you can tell all of these bottled bleach blonde bitches apart, but you can't tell these two women that look absolutely nothing alike.
Well,
apart.
I can't even start to tell you how crazy that is, and their body of work, and just they deserve so much more than that.
And it's just like, this woman has died. Mm-hmm. You can't do a fucking better Google job than this,
right?
This is,
and if you weren't
this
sure,
as far as your respect
didn't want to double
goes,
check, maybe,
no pun intended.
Maybe a little double checking. Like if you weren't quite sure,
call that one black friend you always have.
That's what I was gonna say. You couldn't pull that one black person you know at Fox.
That one black
and say,
friend
hey,
that you
make
lean
sure
on to
I got
prove
this
that
right?
you're not racist. You couldn't hit them up.
No.
So that was my issue. Like, you know what? It was like a what the fuck moment, but it was also like, how upset can I be? Like, you can't get blood from a stone. It's just more of the same from terrible people.
Yeah. Well, my what the fuck aligns right into it. And I don't care what you do, what you say, Madonna, because she did fucking post a response.
In that Moroccan fucking bullshit outfit.
You at the VMAs came out, and I don't know what the fuck you're wearing, but fine. You travel the world. You've adopted a bunch of different babies. You want to show that you're versatile, whatever. Okay?
Punch me in the face.
I can fucking deal with that. Look, I'm telling you, I can deal with that, though.
Because I can't. So how about you punch me in the face? Can you be a friend and just deck me?
Doesn't she have like a little Ethiopian girl she
continue.
bought or something? Okay, anyways.
I beg of you.
Sorry. I'm getting a visual, and I was like, what the fuck is she wearing? Anyway, because she didn't even do it cute. But, okay. I'm done. On. She fucking gave a 30-minute fucking speech.
It wasn't 30.
It was fucking 28 minutes and 7 seconds.
It was 6 minutes in live
70 hours of my life.
But in live TV world, 6 minutes is a long time. It
felt like a long-ass time where she talked about her... Oh, okay. Aretha's picture was in the background. So if it wasn't a tribute to Aretha, they should have took the fucking picture down in the background. But behind her is a picture of Aretha Franklin, and she starts off with this long about story because she sang an Aretha Franklin song at her first audition.
You mean she went on live TV and told a story about her stealing the inspiration and a musical cues from a black woman, and then going ahead and becoming,
and then for 6 minutes
wildly
of the story
famous
has nothing
for
to do
it?
with Aretha, ties it in at the end and says, without her there'd be no me.
Without,
and I thought, are
without,
you fucking kidding me?
And without black women, there would be insert white person's name here.
Thank you. That's what I was like. White appropriation at its fucking finest. Like, bitch, are you kidding me?
And she thought she was going to receive kudos.
Oh, and then I'm so sick of everything falling under, oh, love is love. Love is love. I just love. Fuck you, bitch. You had 6 minutes to fucking say something about
and
whoever you were presenting.
5 minutes and 30
Aretha Franklin.
seconds of it on herself.
Had you talked about, okay, so I'm sorry, I'm so upset about this. She responded with, oh, I was just up there to give an award. So had you talked about the person you were giving the award for 5 minutes and then mentioned Aretha, I'd have no fucking problem.
Yep.
So fuck your bullshit ass response. That was horrific. I can't believe you thought that was appropriate. And I'm glad Candy Burris live taped herself watching it like, what the fuck is she doing? So anyways, that was my what the fuck. Madonna, sit down somewhere. I can't even stand you. I can't now. I'm done with you.
Several seats.
All right, let's go right into...
What are you?
Oh no, baby, what is you doing?
All right, Dad, what you reading?
I'm still reading my book, and I actually am reading it. Look, I was about to read the damn.
You can tell when niggas don't read, and I'm actually reading it.
I'm still reading it. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, and it is really good. Okay, let me tell you one quick reason why it's really good. Mm-hmm. It approaches the same topic of, being happy in life and all that good stuff from a completely different angle. It's no more like, oh, be positive and have the faith and believe you can do it and work hard.
Oh my God.
And all this shit. It's not that. It's not that at all.
Wait a minute, pause.
I did say the word faith.
Somebody who hates false positivity and faith is fucking me.
I know. So this one was like, okay, no. But none of that's working for you, and it actually hurts you to think that way. Mm-hmm. So I'm only going to say that about the book so that I don't, give too much away.
Spoiler alert, I'm not going to read it, so you might as well go ahead on.
Mm-hmm. I'll keep going. I'm about 100 pages in, so
it's a small book. Where's it?
Yeah, and one of the, I'll bring it in probably next time to just do one quote, but one of the topics I loved was give more fucks about fewer things. Ooh. Love that. Give more fucks just about fewer things.
Deb, let's make love until we both wake up.
Done, and done.
How do you have sex until you wake up, though?
I don't know.
This song was dumb. All right. I mean,
whose song is that?
Color Me Back. Ooh, we can do it till we both wake up.
Because you're in... Don't make me explain everything.
You gonna do it till you wake up, though?
Because you're in a fucking REM fucking experience.
Hey, R&B Kelly Conway, stop with your alternative facts. You can't fuck till you wake up. All right, reading. I'm not reading nothing new.
I know you're not. Get out of here. Goodbye.
I read so much news.
And so many comments.
News and fan fiction. Like, that's it. News and fan fiction. Okay. I'm reading way hot fan fiction.
So I'm smarter than you right now because I'm reading a book.
What are you watching?
Yeah, let's go with my short list because I don't even know how you have all this time to watch all this TV. I'm joking. And I just can't admit some of the shows I actually watch still sometimes.
She be watching porn, y'all.
No.
Don't be ashamed. I definitely
not on my TV.
Oh, phone.
Phone. No, secretly, to be honest, sometimes I go back to these 90s shows and just throw on like Gossip Girl, some stupid shit for some reason.
Rewatching Gossip Girl. Yes, I can never get with it.
I guess I'm gonna tell the fucking truth. I just finished fucking Southern Charm, and I thought, let's get some good TV going on, and I stumbled into stupid Gossip Girl.
Of the wokest, blackest people I know be on that Gossip Girl shit. I don't know
fucking why either. It is so ridiculous. But anyways, what I want to mention, what I'm watching is I started Godless. Have you heard about that? No. It's on Netflix. It's a Western. It has Sam Waterston and Jeff Daniels as the two main characters.
It's a show?
It's a Netflix series.
God, I remember that name, but I can't remember it.
Besides some rape, I hate rape. So far, it's really good. I love.
Does it have the chick from Downton Abbey in it? And the chick from Nurse Jackie?
Showing all of our listeners that I don't know any of these
Okay,
shows.
never
I've
mind.
never watched Nurse Jackie.
It's all
I've
women.
never
Like, there's no men in the town.
No. Well, maybe on. I just started episode 1.
Isn't that like the whole purpose of the show? Like,
it's a
not
Western.
all of there, but the majority of their men got knocked out, and that's when the dude comes in. He's like, "Where are all your men at?" There's only like the sheriff and like one other dude, but it's all women, right?
It hasn't gotten that far yet.
That's the impetus of the show. If it's the what I'm
Can I tell you what I think the impetus is? Look, I believe the impetus is.
There you go with that believe bullshit. That does not mean anything.
Yes, I think you're right, but it hasn't gotten that far into the story. What it's gotten far is there's basically 2 main characters. Sam Waterston from Law and Order. I'm so happy he got another part finally.
Yes, this is the show. Yeah, that's the whole point of this show.
Okay, well, I haven't gotten that far yet.
No, it's not about that far. That's the whole show.
Well, without reading a synopsis, if you just start from episode fucking 1,
there's no men there. It's like 2 dudes and all women in the whole show. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
The first episode, it's not even in one town. It's a historical reference of where all these characters came from. So they hadn't even gotten to the town where they found Roy.
The whole point of this show.
If you didn't read that, you wouldn't know it from episode 1.
There are no women in this town.
Okay, but the fucking show hadn't even set in the town.
A town inhabited
Look
after
at
a
what she's doing
mining
to me.
disaster almost entirely by women. That's right in the synopsis.
Like, I really want to play the episode for you right now.
You don't have to, because I watched it. Because there's lesbians in it. Duh.
Dude! There's lesbians going to be in it?
Oh, shit. All right. I am... Is that all you watching? Are you done?
Well, you're pissing me off here because I don't want to go back and watch episode 1
I don't want to do that to you. I'm not trying to make you angry. I'm asking you out of respect, are you finished? Are you done?
More than done.
All right. I am watching, of course, Insecure. And of course, Ballers. The best show on television. That and Atlanta. Like, if you don't watch them 2 shows, fucking, I don't know, do something better with your life.
Then watch Godless and not get the fucking
I
premise.
would never see a Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie. Like, I saw Baywatch like on Hulu. Like, I'm not paying for a Rock movie.
Right.
But Ballers is a good, like, I feel
you
like
said that before too.
As his career goes, the best thing that he's ever done is Ballers, if you ask me.
Okay.
I watched Jessica Jones season 2.
I started the first season. I couldn't get through.
It's not good.
Okay. Because
I
love her. I love
a
woman,
like her.
Like as an actress.
Yeah, I don't like Kristen Ritter as an actress.
Interesting. I loved her in Breaking Bad.
She was there for like 2.5, and then she died.
Yeah, but I mean, her thing impacted me, and she's from Gilmore Girls.
I don't mind her. I don't think in other things. Like she was in The Bee in Apartment 23.
Yeah, she's in a lot of. Really
I don't
good
mind
stuff.
that. I'm just talking about I don't like her for this
character. Yeah.
The first season was whatever. The second season is better. I've been home when I've been bored and I've been needing background noise, so that's what it's been. Yeah. They got me back into it because Trish is going to become, spoiler alert here at, I don't know what the marker is because this is a new version of GarageBand. Spoiler alert, Trish becomes Hellcat, which is a part of the Marvel Divas who Monica Rambeau is a part of. So that's what got me back into it because, as you know, I've been reading Monica Rambeau comic books. Right. So when I found that out, I went back and watched it again because I had no intention of watching it because it was the only thing worse than Jessica Jones is fucking Iron Fist. That shit's terrible.
Right. I haven't. You don't even attempt that.
And that'll never happen. And another season is coming soon. So that's only reason why I went back is to find out what happens there and how that's going to come about. And just out of curiosity, if they're going to introduce Monica to the Netflix MCU or not. So that's why I went back and watched it.
Yeah, right.
And it wasn't so bad. But there is a dude named Marcus on the show. Okay. He's like Jessica's sidekick. Then he starts to like fuck Trish. He used to be an addict. This nigga gets chewed up and spat out by these women. Oh, okay. Like I've never seen a male character so totally abused
change.
and useless to these women. Every
Nice
time
change.
he tried to come at these women from like a masculine standpoint, he got put in his place immediately. They were just like, nigga, what? Shut the fuck up. Like, give me some dick or shut the fuck up. Like, I don't need nothing else from you. You're gonna hit it or you're gonna shut the fuck up.
I like it.
So that's that. I started Altered Carbon, which I'm really late. I'm really super late, and I was excited about starting it.
What's this playing on?
It's on Netflix. Altered Carbon.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's about like being able to take your consciousness and put it into different bodies, and it's in the future and all this other stuff. It was a big deal for Netflix. It had dude who was like the new RoboCop, and he was in that show, The Killing. The Killing was so good. If you haven't watched The Killing, watch it.
Isn't like that show with the face on it? It's a bald face. That's the cover of the show.
No, it's about the girl who goes missing. Like the first season is like the daughter of this middle class family that goes missing, and it got canceled. I think it was like on A&E or FX or one of those, and it got canceled. But then Netflix picked it back up, and it had another season. So there's 4 seasons on Netflix right now. But it was one of those shows that was so good it was worth like fighting for, and it made him a star. The dude from Altered Carbon, I can't remember his name. Both of them stars, because the other chick, she went on to that Shonda Rhimes show, The Catch. It was canceled, but it was a good show. And she was on Boardwalk Empire. Like, she's a really good actress. So anyway,
I like Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah, it's good. So I'm gonna watch Altered Carbon. I'm going episode by episode with Insecure and Ballers shoot me in the face, and that's it.
Good. It's a lot.
Yeah,
better than my one show that I don't even know what I'm watching.
Well, you have a full-time 9 to 5, which I no longer have. And look, I was working 6 hours a day, and I still felt like I had no time to do shit. All right,
I land on these diner drive-ins. I land on Chopped, and then it's just boom, Chopped the rest of the night. You love some
reality shit. Don't be mad. What are you listening to?
I'm just obsessed with My Favorite Murder podcast. It's these two white ladies.
That's the name of it? My Favorite Murder?
My Favorite Murder. And it's
Why
a comedy.
Is it called that?
Because it's like a comedy thing, a comedy atmosphere about talking about these horrific crimes. And these two ladies just do such a good job.
They're making light of murders?
They're not making light of it. But they're obsessed with true crime. And they find a way in a very respectful manner to make it lighthearted. And the bottom line is, look, crime is a part of our fucking society. It's a huge fucking part.
Absolutely.
I mean, so anyways, but yes, they make it funny. They make it funny.
Interesting.
But I've listened to their takes on crimes that I've like heard of before, and they just do a very good job of doing new takes on maybe even some murders that you think you know about. So
I tried doing the whole true crime podcast thing, and I feel like it doesn't have the same appeal to me without photo and video. It just, a lot was lost on me.
Yeah, I can't do the stories, like the ones that sound like stories, like that like monotone voice, and we're going to talk about
that's what it was. The one I was listening to was very
These
theatrical.
Ladies are like
it was
you
just
and
like
me.
And then he went into the shop, and then this happened. Then it's just like, oh man,
No.
why would you do that to me?
Yeah, when they do those it's almost like watching those bad Lifetime reenactment crime things. No, these are two ladies very similar to you and me in terms of the way that they flow, and it just works. It works.
I also tried that BuzzFeed has like a true crime one. And like I said, when I was watching it on YouTube, it was fine because it had the photo and video. But when I tried to just listen to it, it lost me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been listening to a lot of Eric Bellinger.
Oh, I like him.
I've been listening to Nicki's new album.
I need to get on that.
Which is good. Like, I can't lie. Like,
I'm gonna listen to it.
It's good. That's what makes like all these antics like she's putting around it seems so superfluous, because it's just like, bitch, you got a good album, like just rely
on your talent,
just like Cardi is. Cardi's just like, this is my album, this is what
something happened,
maybe, I don't know, like, but I feel like this is a very antiquated performance of just like hip hop, like just drumming up sales for your album just beef and conflict. It's
that
very
makes sense.
It's
Look,
very
it makes
50
sense.
Cent
It's
early
effective.
2000. It's not anymore. That's the thing. Like, so
I mean,
it's
you're
like,
getting
stop.
press, right? The whole bad press.
It is,
good
but
press.
it sure didn't put her album at number 1. So
Yikes. Zinger.
I'm not even trying to come for her, but that
Zinger.
is what it is. So Nicki, Eric Bellinger, Ro James, he had a couple new tracks on SoundCloud, and Erykah Badu had an NPR Tiny Desk section.
Really? I want to
So,
listen to that.
I told you to listen to.
Okay.
So. And that is it, I think. I don't know how long this is, because this is just seconds. So this is 1,876 seconds.
Very well spent, I might add.
I guess, but I have to do math to try to figure out how long this is.
Don't even start that with me.
Well,
I'm
how about we
exhausted.
just end it? That brings episode 7 of the comment section to a close. This is your girl, Miss Reid.
And Des.
And we will see you when we see you.
Yeah. Peace.